Hello, hello, hello. I am live, not even in the Hen House. This is the Hen House Highlight Show. That's right. My name is Steve Henn, and you are the people not watching the Hen House Highlight Show. And that's pretty cool because the Hen House Highlight Show is just about to start. And we've got introductory. That's right. We've got introductory. Wow. What we've got, right? We've got titles. Anybody seen his cock? That's the important thing to all you COVIDiots. The rules changed the other week, didn't they? A metre plus. So whatever that means. So people are no longer socially distancing. Wearing a face covering is like putting an extra security check on the bridge. The virus hasn't got legs. We are its best hope of spreading. So like Cummings, I've come up with my own catchy slogan. Don't be an arse. Wear a mask. Don't give the virus legs. So many COVIDiots around. So what if you look a bit of a tit? Do your bit. Don't be an arse. Wear a mask.
I don't care. I'm not scared of you because you're shorter than me. He sings about that he's mine, and I'm just fine without some old rodeo or Eskimo kisses. I know that public displays of affection can give you a sizable rejection of my hugs. Let's kill the puppy love. Let's set a trap for Cupid with his music and his arrow up above. Let's fight against the heartache and just keep along our pathways, and no promises of always in the night. But for now, let's just spend some time together, cause I think you're alright.
The fantastic, the fabulous, the thunderous Fed Sisters. That's right. And hey. If you haven't been to Spotify or Apple Music or other places that do digital music, then go there now because the Feds are dropping. I'm so cool. I'm down with the kids. Yeah, the Feds are dropping another track this week. So go to Spotify or whatever it is that you go to and like the Fed Sisters, and then you'll know when their new song is dropping. Boom! Hey, what a fantastic show we had on Friday. Hi, Helen. Hi, Ian. Anybody else here? I'm quite happy to take chats today, but I want to rush through this because we've got some phenomenal highlights for you from last Friday's show. Pussycat Bangkok couldn't make it, personal reasons. She will be on the show. She will be on the show this Friday. So she's coming back on Friday, but thank you to Dom and to Espy who sat down for the last bits. Right. So I'm just chuntering now, but let's go. Our first act on Friday was the wonderful, the fantastic, everybody loves him, David Luck.
He asked me to try and inject some life into the show. So I once tried to go on holiday to the Channel Islands, but I missed my flight. Thankfully, an hour later, I got a flight to the Channel Plus One Islands. When I was there, the hotel I stayed at didn't even serve alcohol. The worst hotel I have ever stayed in, bar none. Anyway, I was in London last year. I said to my Cockney friend, I heard a posh name for a toilet. He said, lavatory. I said, no, I hate the bastards. Actually, as a kid, when I misbehaved, my dad used to get incontinence. Sounds weird, but I clearly remember him saying, you're in trouble. I was in a restaurant. The waiter said, Boris Johnson is our Prime Minister. I said, look, when I asked for an Eton mess.
Too many care homes didn't really follow the procedures in the way that they could have.
Get off my screen. Bit of politics, that. Wonderful, David. Look, that's all we can say. Thank you, David. Now, David and I do a rock show on a Sunday night at 8 p.m. Telling a fib there, it's 9 p.m. So do. If you like your music, have Saad, who's doing a PhD over in Germany, but he is also a very funny fella. Have a check this out.
Yeah. Okay, so hey guys, hope all of your quarantines have been going well. I actually want to talk about something a bit more serious. I've been in a pretty not so good relationship for a while now. Like, it's like, imagine being in a relationship with a really clingy, needy person, where those type of things you will usually last for a week or a month at max. But imagine never being able to get out of such a relationship where the other person goes to great lengths to get to know every minute of every detail of your day, like the stalker they were before you said yes. Am I right, ladies? But man, seriously, I got to break up with my parents. Man, Indian parents, man. What can I say? Like, it's not that they mean badly or anything. They do mean well. They have a lot of dreams and they have a lot of hopes for their kids, as do most parents out there. But I think India is just filled with aspiring parents and their perspiring children. Man, like, aspiring because they have a lot of hopes for us. Like, I remember ever since I was a kid, my parents always had this one dialogue. When I was in first grade, they would tell me, Vignesh, now you're in first grade. You're no longer a child anymore. You have to focus on your studies. You got to focus on getting good grades. Then once this year's over, next year you can enjoy as much as you want. I was like, okay, cool. I was studying. And then the enjoyment to next year became to next year, to next year, to next year. Finally, when I was in 12th grade, my parents told me, Vignesh, now you're in 12th grade. You got to focus on getting into a good college. Once you're in a good college, you can enjoy, you can party, do whatever you want. It's all good. So in my head, I was just imagining, oh yeah, I'm going to go to college. It's going to be like American Pie. Everything's going to be fun, parties, whatnot. Once I got into college, my parents started telling me that, Vignesh, now that you're in college, you got to focus on getting a good job. You got to get a good pay. Once you're earning well, you can do whatever you want with your money. So in my head, it was just cha-ching. Every night is Friday night. And then it's been a few years now since I started working. And right now, the only advice that my parents give me is that, Vignesh, you're 25 years old. This is the core of your youth. You got to focus on your career. This is the time you're going to make or break it. Up until college, it was fine because they used to still tell me that I could enjoy. Now that enjoyment part is not even there anymore. In fact, now I think my parents have realized that, yeah, he's grown up. He's seen enough of the world. Even he also knows that life has no enjoyment. It's just one pit of despair. To give more context, my name Vignesh is another name for Lord Ganesh, who is the Lord who has the elephant face and a human body. Unfortunately, I now have a human face but an elephant body. If you see me cooking beef, you will think that cow cannibalism has been legalized. And I know what some of you might be thinking. Yes, looking like a cow does get me brownie points in India. And no, guys, it's not racist when I call it brownie points. I use food delivery apps the way you guys would use Tinder. Like I just open it up, switch on my location. Oh man, butter chicken, right swipe. Oh man, baked nachos, super like. Man, pineapple pizza, left, not even left swipe, I'll uninstall the app. On a side note though, pineapple pizza is actually pretty good. You know what the real outrage should be about? Kiwi pizza and banana pizza. Guys, whoever's watching, promise me this, that after the show, you will take your voices to the internet and you will outrage against them for the sake of humanity. Please.
Caused an outrage talking about banana pizza. I tell you what, on the night, not many people were happy with banana pizza. I went to the doctor's the other day. I said, Doctor, I think I'm a banana. He says, how do you feel? I said, well, not very well. Right. That's not even a joke. Thing is, people, both of you that are still with us, Av and Helen, we have a guest has arrived into the studio. Now, if anybody wants to come and have a chat with me, you're more than welcome to come over and chat with me. Really, don't want to spend too long on the chatting though, because I want to get through this in half an hour. And I feel that if everybody comes in and bombs the studio passively, then we'll be on forever. But you can come into the studio. There is a link on the comments, top of the comments. You can click that link. It'll bring you to me, just like it did Ian. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
How are you?
I'm okay.
Good. How's your week been?
Oh, it's been great. I decided that I was going to risk my life and go to Universal Studios for lunch just to walk around.
Is it busy?
Yeah, it's a theme park, but it's closed, so you can just walk around.
Oh, I see. So they've not opened it up.
No.
Oh wow, they opened up the local safari park apparently.
The
by us, there's a West Midlands safari park.
Oh, yeah.
And apparently it was open the other day.
Wow.
Yeah. So were there many people then at Universal Studio?
Not as, like, I would say the crowds were about 40%. They usually are like packed wall to wall people, and but they did the social distancing even with the parking, and they do the temperature scan, and that was the longest time to get in. But if they have this outdoor walkway that you can called City Walk, where you can just shop and buy food and things. And so I got lunch, and it was kind of fun.
Okay. Scary though, but well done you.
Yeah.
I went to the shop today, got some milk. Oh. Yeah, I know. It was very good. I said to the girl, I said, how much is 7 pints of milk? She said, I'm sorry, that's pasteurized. Right, now, I'm going to say goodbye, but what did you watch the show on Friday or not?
I missed it, darn it. I'm watching this for the highlights. I got really busy on Friday, but I will do it this Friday. Can I see it on your wall?
It's still on YouTube until Wednesday. But I just wondered who your favorite act was from Friday, and I bet you're going to say Valerie Apperson, aren't you? You are. You're going to say
yeah.
You are, which is amazing because that's who's next.
I feel like this must be the struggle that transgender people go through. It's just like it just doesn't feel right. Like. On my head, I want to cut it off, but honestly, it would just be really good in society to have
don't cut off your hair.
I'm not going to, because I'm not as bold as somebody who's transgendered. Like the ones. I have questions. I'll figure it out. So I don't know. This feels a little bit like. Knocking on doors as a Jehovah's Witness. There's no response. Sorry for waking you up on Saturdays, by the way. Oh, I used to be one. That's information you should have. I used to be a Jehovah's Witness, and boy, are my arms tired. You know what I mean? This is like jerking off in front of a mirror, which is great fun, and you should try it. Everybody should try it. You should at least try the jerk off in front of a mirror. You know, bring the whole family in. Please don't do that. Don't do that, man. Why do people do that? It's just like the weirdest phenomenon. Oh, speaking of using children, I don't know. I'm from El Paso, Texas. No, I'm gonna give it away. So, you guys want to talk about cyber civil war? Oh, Helen says I do have an audience. I know, and I don't know how to entertain you because I can't see you. But I'll sure try my best. Dude, cam girls are amazing. How do they do it? Oh, yeah, that's how they do it. Do fun things like this. I didn't tell you, but I'm from El Paso, Texas, and so which is on the border. That's the U.S.-Mexico border. And like right now, we have children in cages on the border. It's like, I don't know, this is fun and everything, but like even when I do this, it's just like I think about it and I can't like help it, you know? It's like, what a waste of free labor. I mean, even serial killers have jobs. Somebody has to be doing the laundry. I thought they were Mexican. I'm Mexican too, relax. But for real, like, this is America, right? There's no such thing as free lunch. If you want toilet water, you're gonna have to work. And like, it's such a wasted opportunity too. Like, we just had the 4th of July. Those little 4th of July flags could finally be manufactured in America, but no. Plus, you could teach those kids anything. Like, you could teach them languages. You could teach them, well, yeah, you could teach them all sorts of languages. You could teach them to code. It's not like they remember their mother tongue or their mother. It looks a lot different when it's redhead, but then you gotta bleach the eyebrows, and frankly, I just don't give a shit right now. Who does? It's Corona. I just make a fake, I have a male LinkedIn profile, so now I'm applying for jobs with my real credentials, and then I'm applying for jobs as Val Epperson. And he's just like a really nice white dude. He's an ally. I think that we're lacking strong identity in the US. And I think, you know, that's what makes the days of mass shootings so charming. Because first of all, Obama would sing you a song. He'd come into your room and he would give you a hug and he would sing you a song. And like, there was no like white or black. Like, we already knew the shooter was white. So there was no debate. We just all mourned together, and you only had to remember one name.
Aha! Valerie Apperson, or Val Apperson, if you're trying to find a job. I loved that. I really did. I mean, it was, some of it was dark, but I loved it. I want her back. I want her back soon. Right. That was Valerie Apperson, or Val Apperson. If you felt that was a little bit intense, let's have a little bit of fun and music from the Fed Sisters.
Please just stop talking, cause they will find us if you do. All those silly boys in blue, well, they won't catch me and you. Have you been drinking, son? You don't look old enough to me. I'm sorry, officer, is there a certain age you're supposed to be? Cause nobody told me. And up rolls a riot van, and these lads just wind the coppers up. They ask why they don't catch proper crooks. They get their address and their name They couldn't care less.
Ooh, I know it was short, and it is beautiful. I'm worried about my clips. My clips seem to, I said clips. My clips seem to be juddering, and I'm not sure why that is. They will now allow me to upload clips from here and play it from the screen, but for some reason there's buffering going on. So Ian, I hope you don't mind. I'm going to kick you out just to see if that gives me more bandwidth, but we'll just see. It's a bit sticky. So anyway, Friday, I lost Pussycat Bangkok. Didn't think I'd say that out loud. And she's coming back. She's be here this Friday. But one of the people who stepped in at the last minute was the incredibly funny and Hen Night's favourite, Don Mackey.
Hello guys, I've nearly finished my pint because it's Friday and I don't really care, to be honest. I'm having another one after this. Don't you worry. This more to get through this night, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you the truth, I'm in the mood for celebrating, so if you've got alcohol on you, raise your glass right now. Raise your glass because I have finished my job. I finished my job. I'm so excited to finish my job because I'm moving on to another job. See, that's the good thing about the summer. You move from one job to another and you get a tan at the same time. It's every plus. I'm actually starting my new job later on in September to be a teacher. I'm going to be actually teacher. I'm not going to say what I'm going to be teaching because you know what, you won't believe me and you'll think I'm dumb. I'm just going to say I'm going to teach something that people might actually believe because I'm PE. I'm going to say that. I'm going to teach that. That's what I'm going to say. The reason why I like teaching, people always ask me why do I like doing teaching. When I'm at fancy parties, I always use the classic, I want to be an inspiration. I want children to feel they have a role model to live up to in their life. No, the truth is I've got repressed conflict and it's an excuse to shout at people. That's the best thing about it. Like, my dad's left my mother. Fuck off, Tommy. You can't do bid mass and you can't skip over a rope, whatever. But I don't care. I'm not bitter. This is a bitter, but I'm not bitter in general. But the best thing about teaching is you always get a variety of children in your class. Some of them are really, really smart. And others are, well, me. That's the overall thing. Teaching's a weird profession. I remember I was teaching a class once and I was doing a farm building activity. And the question I asked, these were year 7s, 11-year-old kids they were. And I asked them, okay, so what kind of things, guys, will you need for a farm? Now, obviously, some people put their hands up and said, you'll need chickens. You'll need pigs, classic animals, a tractor. Did not expect an 11-year-old to say planning permission. Did not expect that. That was the most random thing in the world. His dad probably told him that just to piss me off the next day. I have no idea what came into his head. But there are also some kids that are a little bit thick. Okay, some of them, fair enough. But I'll give you an example. I was with a year 10 class, and they asked me, "All right, sir, what's your name?" Because that's the classic question they always ask teachers. Like, what is your name? So I say to them, okay, how about this? My first name begins with D. If you can get it right, I will tell you. It's simple. You don't actually say it. You can get away with it absolutely fine. So I said them to them. A few minutes later, I just heard someone at the back go, "Is it Kyle?" Everyone has that first experience with porn. It either happens when you find a bag in someone's forest, or you go under your bed or your dad's bed and you find his porn, or you accidentally play Two Girls, One Cup by mistake. Everyone has that first experience of porn. I'm going to share with you mine because I've got beer and alcohol and I don't care. So my first experience, okay, I was in year 8, which, as you can tell by the beard, was quite a long time ago. And I remember I went to my friend's house and he was showing me a game called Bus Simulator. That's genuinely what the game's called. His parents must have thought, oh, wow, our kid's going to grow up to be normal. No, he wanted to know what it was like to drive the 213 to Kingston.
A bag in a forest. If you're going to take anything with you, take finding porn in a bag in a forest. Wonderful, Don Mackey. He's going to do a longer set. I don't know why I did that. I lunged. He's going to do a longer set in a couple of weeks. So Dom stood in at the last minute. Also, so pleased that SB Rivadeneira stepped in at the last minute as well. We were just having a chat during the day because I was trying to book her for later on in the month, and I said, "Do you want to do it?" I was going to say tonight, but for them, they're 5 hours behind, so it was just, I suppose, 11 o'clock. And did you want to do it later in the afternoon? And she was out in the park in New York. I'm going to say Central Park because she was with her friends, and I had to stop then because I thought that was hilarious. Yeah, she was doing her first stand-up gig outside for the first time since, you know, the shit hit the fan. And then she so graciously, kindly did a belting little set for us. I've cut some of this down, unfortunately. But I'd like to thank her personally now. Hope to see her again soon. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome SB Rivadeneira.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for having me. I'm SB. Did you guys get the coronavirus yet? I did get it. I got it, and it was really bad. I started bleeding out of my butt when I pooped. So I went to an urgent care in New York, and I was like, hey, I've been bleeding on my butt. And she was like, okay. And I was like, I have pictures. And she was like, okay. And I showed her, and she was like, Jesus Christ. Like, and I was like, that doesn't make me feel any better. But she took it seriously, and she was like, hey, you need to go to the ER. And she sent me to the ER in Jamaica, New York. Now, I'm guessing most of you guys are from England, but if you get sent in New York City to Jamaica for the hospital, just don't go. You would rather die peacefully. They weren't useful to me at all, not in the slightest. I go there, and this nurse comes up to me, and he's like, I need a urine sample. I'm like, okay. So I get him a sample, and I go give it to him, and he leaves, and he comes back all confused. He's like, oh, wait, I'm so sorry. Is this your sample? And he has 3 unlabeled cups, and I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, hey, listen, can you just do me a favor? Just smell it and see. I'm like, what? No, I'm not doing that. It's crazy. So after that, the worst part of that hospital was like down the hallway, I could hear a nurse screaming, like, the patient is breaching. Should we call 911? I'm like, 911, where are they going to go? We're already at the hospital. What are they doing? You guys dating anybody? Dating can be tough. I used to date a drug addict, and dating drug addicts is really hard because you could be like, I love you, and they're like, where am I? You know, it's rough. I got into an awesome relationship. It was awesome. My mom would do anything, though, to try to break me and that guy up. My parents are racist. He was black. And I remember one time she called me, and she was like, hey, just wanted to let you know, I ran a background check on your boyfriend. Turns out he's been arrested. And that was crazy to me. I was like, what are you talking about? And it turned out none of that was true. None of it was. And I realized, I was like, my mom's a liar, and my boyfriend's not even cool. Like, grow up and shoot somebody. You're like, come on. Not tight. Yeah. It's rough. I just went through a breakup with that guy, so I'm kind of feeling down. It's been really rough. And it does suck because it's like my parents were racist, but they were coming around to him, you know? Like, they would call. I feel like the next time they call, they're going to be like, hey, how's Andre doing? And I'm going to be like, you know what? You were right about black people. Fuck them. Yeah, I'm going to join the KKK. What's up? Not really. Do you ever think, like, what if the Ku Klux Klan was just, like, a group of people that were heartbroken by black people? The guy running it is like, Shaniqua cheated on me. We're like, we get it, dude. My parents are very intense people. They grew up in New York City. They're kind of hard people. And I think that their baseline emotion is always, like, anger, you know? Like, I was trying to talk to my mom. I was like, hey, my period's been super heavy. Like, what should I do? It's hurting me. She was like, oh, you think you have a heavy period? You think you have a heavy period? Let me tell you, I had a heavy period. Yeah, I had a real heavy period. And you know what I would do with the blood? Because my period was so heavy, I would sell the blood for the plasma. Yeah, what the hell are you doing with your period blood, huh? Flushing it down the toilet? You're wasteful. Wasteful.
Dear. Wasteful. You're wasteful. Oh, it's me, Rivadenera. I tell you what, when I was at school, I had a heavy period. It was double maths followed by geography. But yeah, I was going to discuss that with, it's 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon in New York it was, and it was 9 o'clock here. Now, people, it is nearly time to say goodbye from the Henn House Highlight Show. Thank you so much for sticking with us for the highlights. You could share this quite easily with all your friends because it's only 30 minutes rather than the show on a Friday, which I try and keep to an hour and 10, but I've only seemed to have managed to do that twice. So before we go, we've got Av's up to say goodbye. And don't forget, this Friday, we've got Pernilla Harland, Will Barron, Leslie Gold, David James Pearson, Haroon Mashoud, and Pussycat Bangkok. So they'll all be with us on Friday. Please join us Fridays, 8:20 on YouTube and Facebook. But to say goodbye, we had a little visit from our friend Av. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hello. Who is that?
Mr. Steve?
Yes, that's me.
It's this video call. I can't see you.
Yeah, no, it is a video call. Can't you see me? I can't. I can see you a little bit.
I can't see you, Mr. Steve.
That's probably because you're not looking into the camera, sir.
Oh, sorry. Okay. There you, Mr. Steve. Very handsome man. Very handsome man.
Hello. Is that Av?
Who?
Av.
No, hands-free.
Sorry?
Hands-free.
Your hands free?
No, hands-free.
Hands free. Hello, hands free.
Oh, bastard. Tequila kya? Huh? Key? Oh, okay. I got a cracking deal. This deal will blow your cocks off.
Sorry?
It will blow your cocks off?
No, socks.
It will suck your cock off? It's called NF for you.
NF for you? NF for you. You can't say NF for you.
Why not?
Do you know what that means?
NF, yeah. It means new, and then phone, as in P phone for you. You. I look at you, and you were shouting out at me, EDL.
I'm sorry. I'm shouting what?
EDL.
EDL.
EDL. How would you like to join? How would you like to join EDL?
No, I wouldn't like to join EDL. EDL is the English Defence League. It's racist. RACAAIST. Racist. Well, who are you getting these names from?
We hired very important, well-respected consultant from a member of the European Parliament. His name is Nigel Farage.
No, mate. He's not a respected member of the European Parliament. He is a member of the European. Well, he was. No wonder. That's no wonder he's coming up with names like that, mate. You should check those out. I don't have a pet, but the wife's got a big hairy growler.
Do you feed it?
Well, I did this morning, actually.
Okay, but I'll tell you something, sir. Okay,
what?
you have to be very careful with the COVID because it can make you racist.
No, COVID can't make you racist.
Oh, yes, it can, sir. It can. Last year, it was in your country, right? Right? It was in your country, and a lot of Labour Party members caught it, and they had been a racist for 2 weeks. They became anti-Semitics.
No. Asemitic, not anti-Semitic. Asemitic, not anti-Semitic. Asemitic.
Asthmatic?
Not asthmatic. Not asymptomatic. Asim.
Oh, you want to buy the sim now? Are you ready?